Hello and welcome. This is your boy Jack. I just stumbled across the news from Hollywood Report, and this is in regards to DCEU franchise. As you all know, or at least maybe those of you who don't know, I'm a huge DCEU fan. Love Man of Steel. Love Batman vs Superman Ultimate Edition. That's actually my top superhero movie of all time. The Ultimate Edition of Batman vs Superman. So I was just scrolling along, doing my stuff, checking the news, then I stumbled across this. Michael Keaton, Tim Burton's version of Batman from 1989, is in talk to play Batman in the Flash movie. And I was like, holy crap, what the hell is happening? What? Why is this happening? It's like, I'm ecstatic. I was like, no, it's Michael Keaton. He's absolutely fantastic. And I was like, okay, I'm not quite sure exactly what's going on. So I obviously continued reading, and it was like, according to Hollywood Report, I'm not quite sure how true this is. He is supposed to sort of play. He's sort of like the embodiment of um, Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury. He's going to be around, popping up all over the place, and some were speculating that he would actually play a role, maybe in sort of fixing the issues that would arise from Flashpoint. I don't know how true that is, but I was like, okay, that's a very interesting character. I'm not quite sure how they're gonna do that, but I'm intrigued. Then, after a while, you know what? I sat down and I started thinking, wait a second. He is in talks to play Batman. They didn't actually say Bruce Wayne's Batman, but just Batman, and this is gonna be in the Flashpoint movie. So now I'm a little bit worried. I was like, wait a second. Are we talking about Flashpoint's Thomas Wayne Batman? Is that the role he's actually being considered? They actually want him to play, or is that, I don't know? And that would really, really suck, because now I'm like, okay, you guys are just making this whole DCEU universe a little bit more complicated. Because I, to be honest, was hoping that Jeffrey Dean Morgan was actually going to continue his role from the Batman vs Superman movie and play the Thomas Wayne from Flashpoint. So with this news, I'm not quite sure exactly if I should be super excited about it. I know Michael Keaton has more of a name following, his star power, and he can bring in the numbers, but at the same time, it's kind of making this whole DC comic book universe a little bit confusing and complicated. It's like, okay, this Ezra Miller is the Batman, is the Flash from Batman vs Superman, but why would there be a different Thomas Wayne if he's actually from the same universe? Unless, of course, they're going to say he travels back and things get a bit messy and he ends up in a different timeline with Michael Keaton as Thomas Wayne, and then somehow go around and bring in Pattinson's version of Batman into the universe and change the whole timeline when he goes back to fix the mess he's made, whatever. So I don't know. It's confusing. It's an interesting news. I am happy about it, but at the same time, I really would prefer that they actually continue with Snyder's version, at least a version of it that sticks to this arc he was actually trying to tell. Even Jeffrey Dean Morgan is an amazing actor, as you all know from Walking Dead and other stuff he's done. He is able to play menacing character, and we need someone. Don't get me wrong, Michael Keaton is a fantastic actor too, and he's able to play different roles. I mean, he did a good job, even though it was actually underplayed in Spider-Man when he was the Vulture, but still. He is a very versatile actor. I mean, he went from comedic actor to a serious role in Batman to the sky's the limit for him. He's done everything, so I'm quite certain he can play very menacing characters. He is a very brilliant actor. But at the same time, it's just that I'm a bit worried that it's just getting too complicated. I know they're trying to stick to, what's it called? They're trying to create standalone stories with the characters. Wonder Woman 1984 is sort of a standalone. At the same time, it's sort of shifting things away, and I'm quite certain the Flash has a role in 84 to sort of explain why all of a sudden Wonder Woman is actually out in the open, as opposed to the version whereby she actually shunned humanity and was hiding before coming out in Batman vs Superman. And also, as you can see, Aquaman 2 had the same issue. It's like it became a standalone story with little bit hints thrown to the outside world, but mostly standalone. So I'm not quite sure exactly what's happening, and now I'm a bit I'm a bit worried about it. But regardless, whether or not they do stick with Jeffrey Dean Morgan or they use Michael Keaton as the Thomas Wayne Batman, I will be there to watch it, and I'm hoping that it would actually do a fantastic job with it. So, this is your boy Jack. I hope I'm wrong, and he is just playing a Nick Fury-esque version of Batman, who, obviously, if you guys have watched the animated series, it's like Batman pops up every single storyline, even though he has I mean, it could have been done without him, but it's like, he's there in the Escape from Arkham Asylum. He was the lead. We didn't know until towards the end. And the what's it called? The Dark Universe story with John Constantine and the rest. John Constantine could have carried the whole story, but no, they had to actually introduce Batman and have him be a major player in the stuff. So I don't know. Maybe that's what they're doing. Batman's gonna pop up. Obviously, Batman is the most lucrative property in the DC universe, so I guess that could explain that. But we'll just have to wait and see what they decide, if they actually do have a deal in place, and whether or not Michael Keaton, obviously Michael Keaton will sign, whether or not he will sign for the chance to actually play this role again, and whether or not both maybe whether or not he's just playing a Batman, or a Batman from the Batman from Tim Burton's version universe, or he's actually going to be the Flashpoint Thomas Wayne, or maybe Jeffrey Dean Morgan is actually going to reprise this role. We'll never know until a deal is struck. As you all know, the Flash has had multiple writers, directors, whatever, and you never know. Even if this is signed, we're not quite sure exactly if it's actually gonna go through. Anyway, with that said, this is your boy Jack. Y'all take care. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so you know when next I drop a new vid. Till then, stay frosty.